What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm working on the last piece of the stripes that I messed up. So I'm going to show you exactly what I did wrong, what I'm going to do to fix it, and how to lay this vinyl into these deep recesses. So stay tuned. If you guys saw my last video, I gave a brief, just a little description of what was going on with this thing, but I didn't explain what I actually did to it. So you can see here how it's all waved in at the top, and then down here at the bottom, it's got a little piece right there too. And then if you come up here in this recess right here, you can see where it's all pulled away. So long story short, basically what I did is I overstretched the vinyl. I bought these strips, the red strips, I bought in a 2-foot by 5-foot sheet. And so what I did is, knowing that I was going to make these red stripes 5 inches wide, I cut each one at 6 inches. So, you know, the top, the hood, everything else, it worked out perfect because it's flat surfaces. But once I got back here, that 6 inches was not enough, because once I started heating this vinyl up and pushing it into this recess, all of this pulled this way too. So once I actually got up to this top part and started trying to lay this down, I basically had to heat this up with a ton of heat and just stretch the crap out of it over my knifeless tape, and then, you know, cut it. And then when I originally did it, it looked great. And within about, I think it was like 3 days, I came out here and all of this, you could see it lifting up and pulling back. And then when I tried to lay it back down, it just curved in there. So I still have some leftover vinyl, and the last little strip that I have, the top, I think it's about 7 inches. So it's going to give me an extra inch to play with at the top there. So I'm really hoping that's going to be enough, but if it's not, I will have to just order another sheet of the red vinyl. I'm going to go ahead and start removing this piece of vinyl. I'm just going to peel it all off, and then I'm going to lay down my masking, measure over, make my marks, put my other masking, and then lay my knifeless on either side. And then I will show you guys what I do to hopefully get this fixed. I got my first piece of masking laid down, and then I made all of my reference points. And what I did is I actually measure over, and I don't know if I explained this in my actual stripes video, but I measure over 5 inches and a 1/16. And the reason why I do a 1/16 of an inch at the end of that is because on the knifeless tape here, you can kind of see there, it's about, let's see if I can peel it up. There we go. It's about a 1/16 of an inch between that center filament and the outside of the carrier tape. So that's why I do that little extra 1/16 of an inch. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the other piece of masking on there, and then I'll lay the knifeless on either side of it. I've got my masking and my knifeless laid down. Like I said 100 times before, this is going to be the hardest part. Everything about this is harder than any other part on the car. Everything that has a flat surface is super easy. Measuring is no different. So when you're measuring from one piece to the other, you have to keep in mind that this recess is going to pull everything this way. So even though you're measuring 5/16 of an inch or whatever you're measuring your stripes at, because this angles in, if you do everything how it's supposed to be and you step back, this is going to look like it kind of goes in and then it's going to come back out. So once you make all your reference points and you lay the masking down, you kind of have to step back, look at it, and see what needs to be fixed. So you saw what I did. I started up here and I ran the masking the whole way down. Then what I did is actually peeled the top back, or stood back, looked to see what needed to be fixed, peeled the top back, left all of this alone, and then started working my way back up with it. And that's kind of why you see these wrinkles here, because I had to manipulate this tape to get it to look straight. So that's all done. I'm gonna go get the vinyl and I'm gonna do my best to actually not just do a full time lapse and just, stop in between and kind of show you guys tips and tricks that I find out, because like I said, I'm a beginner and I'm still learning this. So I'm gonna go grab that and we'll get started. When I initially did this rear hatch stripe, I actually started from the top and worked my way down. But what I ended up doing was starting from the top, working my way down, and then peeling the top back, and then starting from the center and then working my way down and working my way back up. So this time, instead of doing it like that, I started from the bottom and worked my way up, because I knew that this was the last piece that I would have to do, and I wanted to make sure that I had plenty of vinyl to stretch over this piece right here. So I've got everything all the way up in here, and actually I haven't added any heat at all yet. There has been no heat whatsoever. Everything else is pretty much glass smooth on here up until here. So now I'm at the point that I'm gonna have to use the heat gun to start adding a little bit of heat. So here's what I've done, is to hopefully make sure that I have enough over here, is I put the bare minimum on this side. So you can see right here, this is the edge of my masking tape, and then my knifeless is right there. So I've just got a little bitty bit of the red vinyl hanging over that knifeless right there. I'm gonna go ahead and start adding a little bit of heat now. Not a lot of heat, because that's the mistake that I made the first time, was overstretching the vinyl. So I'm gonna add just a little bit to try to stretch this over that knifeless a little bit more, and then also try to get this underside right here stretched in, and then all the way over to this side, and then I'll start working on this top section. Well, I can definitely say that this is going much better already the second time around than the first time. The first time, this gave me so much trouble, but I think just because of the fact that I learned so much over doing it the first time, that, it's making it a little bit easier this time. But like I've already said, I started at the bottom down here, worked my way up. Once I started getting wrinkles up here is when I started to bring out the heat gun. And then what I did is actually started at this furthest point way back here and started adding heat to soften up the vinyl a little bit. And then just, there's no secret to it. You just kind of work your way out and you work your way up. And my goal, which it actually worked out perfect, is I started down here. I wanted to do most of this first. I didn't actually get this outside here, but just where this body line is, I wanted to get all of this smooth first. Then I started working on all of the wrinkles up here. And then I started working my way out here. So I've got all of this done right here. I've got all of this underside smooth. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish up this top piece. I'll have to add some heat to it to stretch it over that, but it shouldn't have any glue lines. I shouldn't get any pullback this time. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and I will show you guys when I'm done. I'm pretty much done the whole way, but I wanted to show you this so you can see how just a little tiny bit is left that I'm gonna have to heat and stretch. But again, this piece was a little bit wider. I said 7 inches, but I don't think that's right. I think it was probably about 6.5. It gave me an extra ½ inch to play with. So you can see why I had to stretch it so much, because basically the first time I did this, I had a ½ inch less. So I had to heat the crap out of it to stretch this thing. So I'm gonna add just a little bit of heat, get this over this, and then I'll start peeling my knifeless tape and getting all of this off of there. So I ran into an issue. It was almost a big issue with the knifeless tape on this side. So when I started cutting the vinyl with it and I got to the crease right here, my filament inside the knifeless tape broke. And on the other end down here, I only cut it to right there because I knew I had plenty on the other side. If you're doing this, just don't make the same mistake I did. Make sure you've got plenty on both ends. That way, if it breaks, you've got another end to start from. So to remedy this issue and fix it, what I ended up doing was actually peeling the bottom piece back to about right here. And I just laid one little small strip of knifeless tape over the existing knifeless tape that was already there. And I did it to about right here. And then what I did is I just cut that little piece with the knifeless, removed the vinyl, and then broke my filament on the piece that was underneath about right here, and then cut it the rest of the way. So it worked out fine. It actually, it's good. It just really worried me and it really annoyed me when that thing broke right there. So just be careful and just, you know, this stuff, it comes, if you order the knifeless tape, it comes with a ton of it. So don't be afraid to just use plenty and overdo it, because if you run into issues like this and you can't fix it, it's worthless and you've got to redo the whole thing. So I've got it fixed. It's all good. So I'm going to start working on this side and get this knifeless tape cut and then remove the masking, and should be almost done. I got this side done, cut super smooth, no issues. It's just that piece, that side over there. Man, that's a pain in the butt. But it looks so much better, and I know I didn't overheat it this time. You know, I actually worked a lot harder on this top piece because I wanted to make sure that I didn't overstretch it so that I didn't have the same issues again. So what I'm going to do now is actually lay a piece of the knifeless across here, and then I'm going to lay another piece on the underside right underneath this strip. Sorry, that light's in your way. But yeah, another piece along this strip right here, and then cut that, tuck it, and I should be done. I am all done. It looks so much better not having those big waves and having that nice straight line there. I did have an issue with the knifeless tape up here. I just simply didn't cut it short enough. When I kept trying to push it in with my squeegee, it was just too big. So I just had to lay another piece down, cut it, and it was good to go. Underside was super easy. So it's finished, and I will catch you guys next time.